Eternity. I feel like the Colonel might be onto something playing it for the stream, but at the same time, I also like to be able to just take my time and stick with the game and read it. So, like, I see both of them having merit. So I just popped into his stream and saw that he was quite a bit further in than I am. Some of his people have like 278 or something health, I think is what I saw. Like my highest guy might have like 145, 156 maybe. Not even sure it's that far up. So you're doing good, Kara? You doing okay as well, Holy? Good. Alright, it seems we'll have to do something about the black lights. Oh yeah. Preparations fiercer than we can okay. I don't know if there's any... Well, I know the one mission that we can still do, so let's maybe go finish that up. Oh, there we go, base 1. Yeah, I never got to this point in the game, so cool. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And then Koenigsdorf, or however you would say it. Is it west here? There it is. Let's go back to this horrible place. We'll farm up a few more materials and just various random things, and it'll be good. I don't particularly like this place. I think it's kind of underwhelming at best, but we never found the map either.
Let's do this.
Well, that's one of those depressing points for me. Got to go to dinner with my wife last night. It was quite lovely. We went to a fancier place, and she had... What did she had? She had the New York strip steak with twice baked potato, which she really liked. And then I was like, huh. Every once in a while I like a steak, but nah, I went with a giant burger basically. So yeah, that was good. It was pretty good. I have to sneeze again, darn it. Sorry? Oh, the sneezes. They are real. Mystic Arts, and I don't know. You had to... Yeah, it did sound horrible. Well, actually, here's the fun part about it. So we were going to do this at an earlier date, but she ended up deciding to do something else with one of her friends, which was okay. She wanted to let me rest or whatever the case was. So she decided she's going to do something else. She's like, oh, you're off the hook. I'm like, eh. But she's like, oh yeah, we're going to go to this more upscale restaurant, like a once a year thing, right? Upscale restaurant. And I'm like, it's not going to be open for lunch because she wanted to go around like 12:30. She's like, oh no, it's attached to a hotel or something like that. So it's 100% going to be open. I'm like, most high upper scale restaurants, they don't open until like dinner time. They just serve the dinner crowd. It's just what it is, right? So this was our Valentine's Day dinner, basically. She's like, no. I'm like, you need to call to find out. You need to check because I'm almost 100% sure that this is how this works. And she's like, no. So she finally checked like the day before. She finally was like, all right, I'll check. I'll look. I'll prove you wrong, right? Sure enough, it didn't open until 4:30. I'm like, see, I told you. She's like, I hate you. Why do you always right? I'm like, I'm not. I'm only mostly right.
Okay, later.
And that just made her more angry. So I don't know. I'm scared. She beats me, guys. Send help. No, she doesn't. But yeah, it was a little funny with that. Yeah, it's just weird. She kind of blew me off, right? To go with her friend out that one day, and then turns out it wouldn't have been the thing. And then I also said, when we do go, make sure you have a reservation because places like this you need a reservation. She didn't get a reservation, so we ended up sitting, like there was the bar where there was like all the alcoholic drinks and the bartender and all that, and then there was like another, like a strip for the bar with people on either side, but it was really small, so it was like half the size of like a booth or whatever it would be like the table width. So we ended up having to sit on that bar to actually eat. It was just like, why didn't you do what I said? Why? Oh well, one day she'll listen to me. I doubt it, but one day I can dream, I can hope. Steak is better than burger. I don't particularly like steak. I think I've had too much steak in my life, and I think that's my biggest issue.
slack.
Like living back with my mama and papa, my mother loved steak and she would get it all the time, and I would eat big hunks of meat is what I would always say. And this is not going super well for us. Like, we're fighting this group and they are not losing much health. And we would have steak often. I wouldn't say quite once a week, but we had steak a fair amount of time. To the point where I eventually just got tired of eating steak in general. So yeah, I don't really care for it anymore. In fact, I'd say 95% of the time my wife makes steak, I don't even eat it. I just have something else. And it's not that she doesn't cook steak well, it's just I don't really care for it. So I had a burger, which I like. It's not my favorite thing, but it's okay. And it was a good burger, so it's just one of those big, you know, restaurant burgers. Their fries are subpar. I make better fries than they do by a lot, but it's okay. So I was like, judging on the meal alone, I feel like one of us is the adult in this relationship, and the other one of us is a kid. I obviously being the kid there. The burger versus the steak. For twice baked potato versus my fries. It's just kind of funny. Oh, they're defending. That's not good.
Stop slacking.
Alright. Right trigger. I'm actually landing most of these this time around, which is good.
Not bad.
Flash arrow wasn't great. It wasn't terrible. Double strike him, man. It's double strike 3. I feel like that's like strike 5, right? Oops. Too slow. We dodged, they blocked, and then we got hit, and we're gonna get hit again. Ooh, that one hurt. Don't worry, Omni Strike is coming.
Hang in there, okay?
So is Revitalize, apparently. No, it did not have a toothpick in the middle. And I did ask for no onions, and they brought it with onions on it, but that was okay. They're big enough, I can pick them off. I'm not super picky. I'm not one of those people that you get embarrassed to go to a restaurant with. I've known people like that through my life, and it's not great. Like, oh my god, this is cooked 1 second longer than I would have liked. Please send it back. Meh.
Little by little.
As long as it's not like chopped onions in something, and it's just something I can pick off, that's fine. It's when it's, you know, I asked for no onions, it's like chopped and diced, it's like melted into the cheese, and I'm like, alright, can't do that. That's too much. But yeah, no, it was good. It was good. Yeah, most people like onions. Apparently not me. I love pickles on the burgers. So, we're the opposites, man. We're the opposite.
All right.
That's true. 3x strike or more, he should be out.
Later.
And if it's a double strike times 3, or double strike 3, would that be 6 strikes? So if, like, you multiply it as opposed to adding it, huh? I don't know where I want to go. Like, I've wandered this place for quite a while.
Let's do this.
And we never managed to find the map. And I don't like this place.
First blood.
And we also never got... Oh, it was harvestable. Okay. In fact, I think all the things that I need are harvestable. That's right. Okay. So that's fine. We'll figure this out. I should probably attack you with this guy. Alright. No. No. Pineapple on pizza. Nope. Same thing with chicken on pizza. Nope. Those do not belong together. It's almost like the Colonel with his marmalade on cheese, or cheese on marmalade, or whatever. It's just, no. No. Absolutely not. I'll put it to you this way. The traditional, the Hawaiian pizza, the ham with the pineapple. If it's the only pizza available, I can eat it. I don't like it, but I can eat it. It's not like it's like an onion pizza, which would ruin it for me. But if I ever had the choice of not having it versus having it, I would never ever have it.
Smash him from the side.
Does that make sense? Like, it's not good, but it's edible. It's like the bottom edge of edible for me. But like chicken on a pizza, I don't think I can eat it. I've tried it a couple times and I really hated it. I don't feel like any kind of poultry should ever be on a pizza. That's my own personal mantra there. But I really feel like it takes a lot away from it. Just, I don't like it at all. What about you guys? What are your thoughts on? What are your thoughts on chicken, turkey, duck, whatever waterfowl or poultry in general? What are your thoughts on pizza and that? Do they go together? Do they not go together? Am I crazy? Is it the best thing ever? Like my wife loves her barbecued chicken pizza, and there's no way I cannot eat it. I'm not a big fan of barbecue sauce, and I do not like chicken on a pizza. But I love chicken and turkey and everything else by itself, so it's weird. I'm a very weird person. On a pizza though? Eh. Like I like chicken and I love turkey, but not on a pizza. It just doesn't taste right. Yeah. There's a few things that I can handle barbecue sauce with, you know, or light barbecue sauce, but in general I just don't like it. I know it sounds like I'm a super picky eater. I'm not really. There's a few things I don't like. Give me other stuff that's not those things. I'm perfectly fine. Wow, these things are quite strong. But they're mostly dead. This one's gonna die here and we should be fine. Magic missile! Ooh. Cool. Yeah, I made 3 little mini pizzas today. That's what I had about an hour ago, so I'm probably gonna be miserable by the end of the stream. If it's a pizza place, you don't mind. If it's a restaurant pizza, you don't take any dinner meat on it. Oh, like, yeah, see, I think I've tried hamburger too. I don't particularly like it. It has to be like pepperoni. I really like sausage on pizza, but it has to be like a spicy Italian sausage. I can handle the other like clumpy sausage too. I don't like it as much. Like, I'll eat it and that's fine. It's okay, but I really like the spicy Italian sausage. For whatever reason, it's like the perfect thing to add, and it adds a little bit of heat and flavor. It's just really good. It's really good. But yeah, I don't really like hamburger. I don't think I'd... Philly cheesesteak pizza, if it's from the right place and they know what they're doing, it's okay too. But I imagine just like chunks of steak on a pizza probably wouldn't be that great. And the Philly cheesesteak pizza as well is it's an Alfredo-based pizza, so there's no tomato sauce. Because I think that would probably take away from it as well. Yeah, now I've tried Papa John's. I'm sure most places have the big 3 pizza places: Pizza Hut, Domino's, and Papa John's. Is that accurate? Europe has those, I assume. I mean, I could be wrong. I know, like, globally there's McDonald's, so I assume that the 3 big pizza places are the chain pizza places, we'll call them, are there as well. We have another big one, or it's like the smaller, weaker, minor pizza place would be Little Caesars. It's still kicking around, but there's very few of those, and nobody really likes it, apparently. And, oh gosh, Hungry Howie's is another one from the US that I don't seem to have here in Canada. Chain pizza in Italy. I mean, I would just imagine that they would have that, Cara. They don't at all. Like, I imagine it would be an affront to Italians everywhere, but I would still assume that they would be big enough that they would have it. So they don't, huh? That's interesting. They don't. Alright. Well, that's fair. Like, I thought it would be odd, but at the same time I figured, they'd probably still do it. You guys don't have Starbucks either?
Let's clean up these
I mean, that's fine, but...
Getting ready. Watch this.
That's crazy. I thought Starbucks was, like, globally as well. Huh. So what do you guys have as your alternative for, do you just have local coffee places, or is there just an Italian-specific coffee place? That's interesting. Yeah, I don't go to Starbucks. I've never actually had anything from Starbucks. Except there's some stuff you can buy from the store that are Starbucks brand. I've had a few of those things, but short of that, I've never actually gone to a Starbucks and bought anything. The coffee place, I guess, if you want to call it something, that I particularly liked was Dunkin' Donuts. But it had to be mixed with Baskin & Robbins ice cream, because they had a chilled or a cooled drink. What was it called? I think it was called a Cappuccino Blast or something like that. And then they would mix ice cream, and it was really, really, really good. So that was my preferred coffee place. And I don't particularly like hot drinks either. I prefer cold drinks. So, meh. Why do we need healing? Well, I suppose, just to be safe. Oh, is it local places and it's 10 times better? Well, I can imagine. Yeah, we have, I think, like 2 or 3 Starbucks here. I mean, this is a city, but it's not like from where I'm from originally in Florida, where we were in a large city. We weren't in like a New York, but whatever the step down from like a New York place would be, it's pretty much where we were, or maybe even one step below that. So like New York City is a super metropolis, right? You think of like Atlanta, Georgia, super metropolis. Even I think probably Orlando and Florida, and maybe even Tampa.
I must surpass
are all
my
kind
mother.
of really like big cities.
I've been searching
We're like
for
one
this.
step down from that where I was at. No, I don't want to seize that from you, man. Katie, you doing okay over there? You're sneezing a lot. I can't see her. She's probably rolling around. She was sleeping. She probably woke up and was like, she likes to lay down, flop on her side, scratch and stretch. You know, dog stuff.
Let's do this.
Seen is McDonald's, Burger King, and KFC. Okay. Yeah, town is probably a bit better, but probably a large town. Like we have a place that's like basically the next town over from here. It probably has less than that. I've shown her on camera a few times, but probably won't do it tonight, but we'll see. I may have to stop again for a minute. Oh, my stomach is killing me. I may have to take a bathroom break, folks, which is bad. Okay. Or take something to settle my tummy, at least. Let's see here. Mystic Arts. Offensive support. Nah, we'll do that. There we go. Alright, so right now it's all just kind of go through the motions here. Trying to find specific items. Meh. Yep, she's part beagle, part demon. I don't know, she's part demon. Seems like it sometimes. She's part beagle, and we're assuming she's like part whippet. If anybody knows what that is, because she's kind of got more the shape of a whippet, but she's smaller than a regular beagle, which makes no sense because a whippet's a larger dog. I don't get it. But she's relatively adorable, but she's been sick this weekend, so that's why I don't want to like pick her up and everything else. I think she's feeling better. Like she started feeling better yesterday, but she was really sick the night before, and she was kind of just like she laid around most of yesterday. She didn't feel very good. So we'll see. Well, we're killing these ridiculously easy things. We'll see how this goes.
Yeah, this is our big
There is
chance.
noticeable lag, though. I'm not sure why. Like, it just seems like the game freezes for half a second every once in a while. Yeah, finish it on your own,
Check
guys.
this out.
There's 4 of you attacking. You should be able to... Really? I missed? Rush? Meh. That's it.
Sweet.
I know I'm good.
Excellent.
Oh, cool.
I
Learn
need
some
the
more
other
skills.
one. The other one.
So here's another one of the things that my wife says that's... I think all of Canada says it too. I'm not sure. Or at least in my area of Canada, they all say it. And it's one of those things that I pick up on. I'm like, what? So, obviously, you know, Italy, right? So people from Italy are known as Italians. Makes sense. Not here. People from Italy are Italian. They're Italians. So wouldn't that mean that they're from Italy? Nope, they're from Italy, but they're Italians. It's just small little things that are weird. It's probably not inherently wrong. It's just, it's strange to hear. It's not something that, you know, I've ever heard anyone else say before, except since moving here. But it's just one of those things. Also, they don't seem to like to finish sentences or use words like "with." Like, oh, I'll be able to do that when I'm done with this, right? Like when I'm done with my stream, I'll be able to go to the store, for instance. When I'm done with my stream, I'll be able to go to the store. They will say, when I'm done my stream, I'll go to the store. There's with. The word with. Why is nobody using the word with? And it's not just my wife. It's several people I've heard. Even folks that I work with, they say that. Oh yeah, when you're done doing that, you know, do this. I'm like, done with doing that? It's weird. I'm sorry. Stuff like that just it doesn't like destroy me, but it just slightly irritates me. And it's just it's shudder-inducing.
Let's clean up these fiends. Ha!
If Netherlands is Holland, who are the Dutch? Shouldn't they be Hollands or Hollandish people? That would be a cool word. I never quite figured out exactly how that works. I've asked a few people, and they've kind of given me answers, but I still don't quite get it. Because people are like, oh, I'm from Holland. They don't say they're from the Netherlands. Which, like, to me, I'm from Florida, yes, but I would say, like, I was in another country, I'd be like, oh, I'm from the U.S., or I'm from the States, or from, you know, United States of America, or whatever that is, right? But people say, oh yeah, I'm from Holland. Now, is Holland like a state or a province within the Netherlands? Again, this is one of those things, I've asked this before, and people have answered, but I just can't keep it in my mind exactly how that works. I've even asked somebody, my wife's best friend's from Holland, and she can't really give me an answer, which is weird.
I hope I've grown stronger than before.
That is a lot of stuff we just upgraded. Okay, so we needed 3 things. We need flasks of oil. Oops, wrong button. We need flasks of oil. We needed some other stuff. What are they, consumables? I think it was this. We needed the seeds. I think we needed 6 or 8 of those. We needed 10 of the nectar, and we needed flasks of some sort of oil, which I don't believe we've gotten yet. I've looked through all this before. I'm not going to do it again. It's a harvesting point, somebody has told me, so... Oh, look at this. Isn't it wonderful?
Let's do this.
Alright, I think we're going to speed this one up.
Keep them off balance and crush them.
Keep them off balance and crush them. Alright, let's see how quickly I fail all my stuff. I'm waiting.
We should strike at their
We should strike it there. So much lag. Oh. Ah, darn it. Come on, turbo mode, don't fail me now. I did it, I got one. I'm a hero. Ah, darn.
Tis just a whiff of the thing.
Come on, troops. Dang. Oh, good, he's calling friends. Wonderful.
I'll crush you.
Come on, get through these guys. As you can tell, I'm very unimpressed with this group of enemies. Wow, they called that many people? Are you serious? Wait.
You okay?
Lord David, end it. We're probably just gonna end it before Lord David ever gets a chance to.
You're not going to perish from that scrap, are you? You want to play?
It's over.
I call upon thee.
Boom. Oh, here we go. The Kingdom of the Netherlands. King Willem Alexander is the king of the nation. Holland actually only means the 2 provinces of Nord Holland and Zuid Holland. Okay. The name Holland is used when all of the Netherlands is meant. Huh. Weird. Yeah. I don't know. It's probably because I don't do just absolute crazy and stupid things. I'm not vulgar or just crass all the time. You have to imagine the vast majority of the people that are on YouTube, not the people that are creating content, but like the viewers, the vast majority of them are going to be, I want to say young teenagers or teenagers in general, even possibly younger than teenagers. And they want people that just basically make idiots of themselves. And while I do my fair share of stupid things, it's very rarely ever on purpose, nor is it just to be stupid, right? So it's harder for... I wonder where I'm going to have to dig to get this, because I'm not finding the right stuff. I don't think it's red oil that I need either. Maybe it's off the loop chance. Aw, and he didn't even get it.
Yes.
Oh, he leveled up at least. And right now, the other issue, and a lot of people don't understand this one, and that's people are like, oh, you just don't play games that are popular enough, or games that people are interested in, or whatever the case is. You know, you should be playing Call of Duty or this or that. Yeah, or in my case, it would be like Dota 2, right? Yeah, but here's the thing that a lot of people don't seem to grasp. Millions of people play these games, right? Super popular, giant fan base. Thousands upon thousands of maybe tens or hundreds of thousands of people are actually creating content for those games. And if you're not already an established big name, it's really hard for you to get any kind of recognition or notice. That's why a lot of sites or channels or streamers or whatever the case is, they'll use clickbait things like, oh my gosh, there's a half-naked woman. That's one of the things. Or they'll go ahead and they'll use, you know, oh my gosh, I destroyed everybody with a carry wisp in Dota 2, and you put the version and you make a stupid thumbnail, and it's just dumb gameplay. But, you know, it's, you know, basically lying to people, I guess is kind of how you have to do it. And I don't know. I'm not all about that. I want to succeed, but I also don't want to just not be me. You know, I like to be me, and if people want to enjoy and hang out and do stuff, that's fine. I don't know. I'm sure I'm going about things the wrong way. Yeah, well, and that's just it. If I were to switch up, like, I have absolutely no doubt if I were to go and start swearing and cussing and cursing and just going crazy and screaming over every little thing like, oh my god, the wall's bent! You know, just being completely dumb. I have no doubt that I would probably be way more successful, but then I would also alienate myself from people who expect what I do now. And I don't want to be that person.
Okay, later.
Do what you gotta do. Do what you gotta do. Parasitic oil. That might actually be what I need.
Come on out. Okay, later.
I think I only need 6 of those. Let's go see if I can see how many we actually have here. I don't appeal as much to the demographic. I only have 2, so that was the first time I found them. Okay. I just don't appeal to the main demographic of YouTube or Twitch or what have you. But, it is what it is. Channel is growing. It's actually going quite a bit better this month. Over the last few weeks, in fact, it's gotten significantly better than it was. So that's always good. Did you borrow my Liberty Belt? Sure. And my Heels of Victory. Why do I even have those? But yes, all yours. Yeah, Land Dragon Talent. That sounds totally safe. You're not sure how the YouTube search algorithms work, but maybe when people search for the same games you play. Most of the time, well, I won't say most. For a lot of the games that I do cover, I do end up as #1, or at least in the top, we'll say, top 20, top 10 even, on a lot of the stuff that I cover. So that's good, and that does help, and that didn't used to happen. Like, when I first started, that never happened. There are a few where it should have happened, or I should have at least placed, say, top 25. Like Elix, when I first did my first episode of that, I did it before almost every single other person. There might have been 1 or 2 people who did it before me, or people who did it like way before they sent out keys for like normal people to do stuff. Like they had like super advanced keys, so it was like 2-3 weeks before. But I had my first video up before anyone else really had anything up. In fact, I had my first 3 or 4 videos up before anyone else. Like, when first people were putting their first videos up, I was already on my 3rd or 4th in the same day. And my #1 video never showed up on any of the searches. And I don't know why. I don't know what happened. YouTube just was like, eh. That irritated me. That was pretty annoying. But short of that, it's usually okay. I don't know. I guess I just, like I said, I just don't appeal to some people. It happens.
Let's do this.
Yeah, I never quite figured out why that happened. But yeah, most of the time, like I said, most of the time it's okay. Like, Pillars of Eternity honestly isn't doing super well, but at this point, I do care, but at the same time, I want to play stuff that I want to play, right? I want to be able to enjoy games and do the things that I want to do. And even at this point, there's still things that I don't do simply because I don't know how people react. The game is released too late, whatever the case is, right? So it's not always, oh yeah, I'm still on super hyper mode. I forgot about that. I should probably change that. Anyway, yeah, so Pillars of Eternity not doing super well. I want to see the game all the way through, so I'm going to play it, and if people like it, they like it, and they can enjoy. I'm going to play through it, and they're welcome to come along for the ride. That's pretty much my motto moving forward. Gives exposure to a game that's, you know, the expansion, or sorry, not the expansion, the sequel to the game's going to be coming out here soon. So anyone who's like, oh, yeah, Pillars of Eternity, oh, this guy's doing it right now, I can watch it along with them. Maybe it brings in some extra people from that. But a lot of the people that have covered it have already covered it way back in the day. So it's nice that I have Pillars of Eternity 2 that I can kind of sprinkle in there to just get extra stuff going. So, like, there's some good and some bad out of it. But overall, I want to play it. I never got to finish it, and I'm enjoying my time and myself with it.
Stronger than before.
Our splitter leveled up.
Still
That's good.
plenty of power left in these old bones.
Alright, we'll slow it down for the butterfly fight, because that's probably going to be a little bit more challenging, maybe?
Let's do this.
I know there's some things that I could go back to doing that would increase the views, and at some point I will, and not just because I want to increase views, but I do enjoy the games, like Battle Brothers. A lot of people came in on Battle Brothers. They really, really liked my Battle Brothers coverage early on, and they want to see more. I've never actually finished the game yet since they released, you know, full release. And unfortunately, when I went on vacation last time, my Battle Brothers thing just kind of fell into oblivion and I never got back to it. So at some point moving forward, I will return to the series that we had stopped, or that I had stopped at. It was like episode 29 or something. And we'll continue there, and we'll try to play through to the end. Like, I like the game, but I've played it so many times. There's already like 200 hours or something. It was like 300 or 400 videos up of Battle Brothers, which is really good, and I enjoy the game, and I do like playing it, and I will play it again, but it's not the only thing I like playing. And being locked into that kind of kills room for other games and such, I guess is how I'm looking at it. But right now, I've moved away from a lot of the stuff that I really do enjoy and what I'm known for on the channel, too. So, like, I kind of see why stuff is slowed down a bit. I'm not playing a whole lot of, or really any turn-based tactical strategy games other than the HOM series right now. Which is kind of my bread and butter, if you want to call it something. It's the games that I enjoy the most and the games that I kind of cover the most. So, I'm playing a lot more JRPGs. I do actually enjoy JRPGs, while a lot of people don't. And just other random stuff in general, like Tales of Berseria, CRPG with Pillars of Eternity. This is a JRPG, technically. It's kind of turn-based strategy, but it's more JRPG turn-based strategy, which is weird. And just, in general, I'm not covering the stuff that I had normally covered all the way up through to this point. And I'm covering less titles, where it's always easier to get your first video on a new series is always going to get more views than, say, video 170 on a series that you've been doing for 6 months or a year. So if you want those higher view counts, it's actually easier and better to do, like, just new releases all the time, which I do miss doing too, by the way. Like, I have a whole list of stuff on the side of my other monitor over here of games that I have sent to me that I really want to cover and that I just haven't found the time to do so. And it's driving me nuts. And then there's one that I was going to cover, and they sent me a duplicate key. So somebody already used the key, and I emailed the developer, and then I emailed the service that I use that kind of is the mediator go-between. Like, I request a key, they get in contact with the developer saying, these people requested a key. The developer goes, yes, 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 no, yes, no, yes, yes. And then the key gets sent to that person. So I've contacted both the developer and I've contacted the service like 2 weeks ago, and neither one of them got back to me. Now, it could be they're thinking, oh, well, he just sold the key. I'll never do that. That's why I'll never partner with, like, Kingwin or GTA 2 or whatever it is. Those sites that basically resell keys. Because they basically just take money directly out of developers' pockets. And I will never do that, and I will never sell a key to anyone. Because, again, if they want to buy the key, they should get it through the developer. Anything I'm sent, I'm either going to keep for myself, or it's going to be part of a giveaway, which the developer knows. They don't want us to sell them. They even say keys are not for resale. So, like I said, I don't know what the problem is. That's the only thing I can think of, is they somehow think, or for some reason think I would have sold it. And I'm trying to get more keys.
Awesome!
Did we just get a 9 off that spin? That was crazy. This one doesn't have the oil, though. Alright, let's see here. Yeah, and Xenonauts is another one. Same thing with, it didn't do so well, but XCOM is another game I really enjoy playing, and it's along the style of games that I play, but it's not one that did super well as far as the stuff. Alright, let's actually read what you guys said here. We already played Pillars and watched a Triple Crown playthrough. Battle Brothers was fun. It was a Hom series that pulled me. Okay, that's good. Really shows. And I do. Oh gosh, yes. That dwarf expansion was brutal, wasn't it? Oh, I hated that thing. Mostly because it was just so meh. It was so meh. It made me sad because they had such potential and it just did not deliver on that at all. Yeah, let's fight. Well, it broke too, didn't it? Yeah, I had to cheat. I had to cheat because I couldn't do something. Which sucked. I didn't want to have to do that. And then it also... Oh, yeah. I had to cheat twice. I had to cheat once because it wouldn't save the game and register that it saved. So it never gave me credit for completing the previous campaign, whatever it was. So it wouldn't unlock the next one, which I, on video, did. Everybody saw that I had done it. And then something happened where it was spawning double the army, or I don't remember exactly what it was, but I couldn't beat the first thing because there was some sort of weird issue. I don't know. I'm hoping they'll make it, but yeah, there's no telling. I hope they make it, but here's the problem. They keep going through developers because I guess they keep having a vision in mind. And while I really do feel, and I know a lot of people they hate me for it or whatever the case is, I really felt like if it was bug-free and all the stuff they implemented in HOM 7 worked 100% as intended, that HOM 7 was by far better than any of the other iterations of HOM. People are like, 3 is the best, 5 is really good, you know, whatever the case is. 7 was by far the best as far as mechanically, ease of execution, quality of life improvements. Just everything about the game was really, really well done. Sure, they could have chose a different artistic style for the cinematics, if you want to call it something. But the game was really good. It really was. And if it was 100% bug-free, and they actually continued it with like a full second expansion, it could have been the best HOM ever.
Sweet.
But with all the other stuff, it knocks it down a peg. It's still really good, but I think 5 is probably still my favorite. Let's see here. Oh, King's Bounty. Yes, I have. Oh gosh, I upset so many things.
Let's do this.
I think I have every single one of the King's Bounty games. Now here's my problem with the King's Bounty game. The first one, and this is like with the new generation, the ones that are like HOM. I suppose the original King's Bounties were probably the same way. But we're talking Legacy, I think it was. And then the following one was Armored Princess. I played through, I want to say 90-ish%. Like, I was in the last area of that. Almost done with the game. And then I switched computers or hard drive crash or whatever it was. There was no backup save on Steam. I had to start all the way over from scratch. And I could never bring myself to do that because that was a really difficult, not super difficult, but like, you see my HOM playthroughs, I don't generally like losing people. Like when I lose characters, it bothers me, right? Not just like heroes or full battles, but like just random soldiers in general. I try to get through every battle with as little loss as possible. Well, in the King's Bounty, the first game, it was really hard to do that. So there was a lot of really slow, meticulous battles and everything else. It just took forever, basically. So then when I had to start over, I was like, ugh. It is on my to-do list. Once I finish the Heroes Chronicles games, I'm going to start the King's Bounty games. So that's a ways down the road. I may even start it before then, but I am dreading playing the first one again. Because while it was cool, I liked it, and storyline, everything else was decent. It was pretty good. I didn't really enjoy the game that much. It was like a very simplified and watered down version of HOM. And it could have been better for me. And I heard that the Armored Princess and all the other subsequent games are significantly better. So it's going to be a bit of a stretch or a struggle to slog through the first game to get to the better ones. Have you played any of them, Holy? Oh yeah, right. Fighting and doing stuff. Should probably pay attention to this turn so I can get through this a little bit quicker here. Splat. You play through all of them. Ah, nice. There was an MMO one? What was that? I didn't know there was. I know there was an MMO, sort of. There was an online version of Might and Magic Heroes. It was like Heroes of Might and Magic Online or something. Maybe they went back with Might and Magic Heroes Online. And I played the beta, and it was okay, but there was only like Haven and Undead. And it was, I want to say it was pretty convoluted. It just didn't capture the same feel that you got playing through one of the HOM games.
We should strike at their flank.
Like, I feel like they made it and then they just were kind of like, eh, and they just kind of let it go. I don't feel like they really went through with it. If there was some follow through and they improved it and they increased like the amount of factions and everything else, I can see it being significantly better. Yeah, I played through. So, what was your thoughts on the first, or what were your thoughts on the first King's Bounty game, the Legend or whatever it was? Is it truly the worst in the series, or what? Oh, okay. Well, I heard there's a King's Bounty mobile thing, and I thought maybe that's what you were talking about. Please die, giant butterfly of doom.
I meant to do that.
No, you didn't. Sweet.
I must surpass my mother.
Mighty Switchback. Ooh, that sounds impressive. Oh my gosh, how many things did we just get? Young Buds. Invigoration Cream. That's interesting. Yeah, I remember it was weird. Like I really liked a lot of things about King's Bounty, but there were some things I just didn't care for as well. So it was, I don't know.
Come on out.
It was weird.
Okay, later.
Get that parasitic oil. Keep going, don't stop. Can't stop, won't stop, don't stop. Oh, here we go. Here we go. What do we got? Don't you fail, you garbage little digger guy, you. Got 2 out of that. I guess it's not that bad.
All right.
Yeah, I kind of want to, but at the same time, they are connected because the girl from the first area that was kidnapped is the Armored Princess in the second game. So I really want to know how the story. It's just, I hate it. I want to beat it on easy, and I'm so incredibly tempted to do that.
Awesome.
when I finally cover it. It's just go and play it on easy, beat it on easy, get through it, and then start officially the second one. But it was so many hours with the expansion. Was Crossroads an expansion or was it a separate game? No, Technique has gained a level. It's Whiz Technique. Oh, and Hyper Thruster. See, these things are all great that you're telling me these things, guy. Not you, Holy. The Digger. Like, the Digger has all these things, but they don't mean anything. Like, look, he's got all this stuff. What does it do? I guess it tells us here. Let's see if there's anything that's actually legit. Greatly increases the likelihood of a loop chance while harvesting. Not true. Double Scoop increases the likelihood of harvesting multiple components at once. That doesn't even seem to happen that often. Harvesting a rare component, maybe. Mega dig module. Multiple rare, okay. Diamond Digger. Better items and buried treasure. Okay, I have no way of judging that one. Or multiple buried treasures at once. Usually it's gold and like one other item, but maybe. I guess maybe they do something. They just don't seem to do much. And he seems to fail often enough. Wow, we have a lot of money. Huh. Okay, so let's see here. Crossroads includes the Orcs on the March expansion, which is the expanded version of Princess and Armor campaign with totally rebalanced orcs. Yeah, so my plan was I would play through the Legend, get through that. Then I would play through Armored Princess. Then it was Crossroads. Then there was something else after Crossroads. And then there was Dark something. Right? It was like Elemental Wizards or something. Hold on, I'm actually curious now. I have them all on Steam. Let's see here. I think they're all on Steam. They should be. King's Bounty. Not King Arthur. The Legend. Armored Princess. Cross Worlds. Then it was Warriors of the North. And then Dark Side, right? Yeah. Yeah, that's it. Yep, I have all of those on Steam. I enjoyed them. There was also... there was something else. What was it? There's another game that maybe you haven't heard of, and I don't know if it works on modern Windows. So, be aware of that. Let's see if I can find it. Have you played the Elven Legacy games? Those might be something you might want to check out. Because I played those, and they weren't too bad. The only thing I can say I did not like about those games was that I think they had a time limit in the battles, so you had to get and do whatever you had to do really quickly, and I hate that in games. You did Crossroads after Legend because it literally is just the two, so I could just skip Armored Princess altogether. Okay. Yeah, I'll read up on it to see, so I get my facts straight. So if I do decide to go that route, which I probably will, I can tell people exactly what it is. Like, Crossroads basically upgrades this, includes everything with a rebalance of this and this and this. So it's essentially the same game with the expansion included. So we would go something like that. Alright, so I think I got everything I need. Oh, goodness. Hi, creepy guy. I don't know how you got in front of me, but okay.
Alright.
Yeah, I did let them get the first hit in. I know. My time draining abilities failed. Then Warriors, Dark Side. Yeah, I hear that it's essentially the same game, basically, over and over again. With some innovations here and there, but overall there's not much difference. But if you like the games, they're enjoyable games, right? So I would probably do something like go through Legend, then take a break, do something else for like a game of some type, and then come back, go through Crossroads. Yeah.
Be more careful from now on.
Like, it's a good premise. I like it. It's a few things that I don't like is I feel the battle maps are too small. And the combat feels, I know it's turn-based, so this doesn't really make a lot of sense, but it feels slow. It feels really slow. Like, you're on this tiny map, and you just move a little bit here and there, and then
Son of a-
combat's really,
I
really
need
slow.
the other one. The other one.
Like, I don't know if it just takes forever to kill something or what the case is, but those are just my like initial thoughts, thinking back to how I felt when I was playing the first game. But yeah, you should check out the Elven Legacy games. Like I said, I don't know if it works on like even Windows 7. I think I played it on Windows XP. But they were pretty decent. Alright, what are we doing here? You keep going with combat arts, buddy. Let me get through these guys. Mystic Fiend, Ocean Steel. I should probably get the steel at some point. A sharp homunculus horn. I still don't know where to get the meteorite. No, I don't want to go back. Yeah, Elven Legacy was fine. It's almost like it felt like let's see how to describe it. It felt like instead of the town building part of Age of Wonders, it was just the combat part. It's kind of how I felt like it was. So you'd go onto a map, but you would have like objectives you had to do on the map. And it was all based off of time rating. So if you wanted a higher score, I don't know what the point or reward was for a higher score. You had to do it in less time. And that was the only thing I could say I really didn't care for with the game. All the rest of the stuff was cool. It was the same kind of turn-based battles and everything else. It was quite neat. It was Melfina that we wanted to turn this one into. There it is. Yeah, they are on Steam. There's, I think, 4, maybe there's 5. Again, just read up, do some research, see if they work with current day Windows. Because if they don't, then don't buy them, obviously. Or if you do buy them, just make sure you can get the refund. Like I said, I don't want to say, oh, these are great games that don't work. I feel bad. And I vaguely remember saying somebody said they launched it and crashed, but I could be thinking about another game. I played the first one. I think I beat the first one. It says I had 21 hours on it, so I want to say that I beat the first game. The second one, I think I only played a little bit. But there was 4. There was like Elven Legacy Rangers, actually Magic and something else. Let's see here. Yeah, Magic, Ranger, and Siege. So Legacy was the first one. I'm going to assume Ranger was the second. I only played for 10 minutes. So I never actually got a chance to get into the second one. I think I was like, I'll do this later when I have more time, because I like the first one. Where did the game go? There it is. No, that's not the game. Oh, great. There it is. I found it. Okay. So I'm trying to remember what the game was that I really wanted to play that they kind of screwed me on. I need to see now, guys. I'm sorry. I know I keep disappearing out of the game, and I hate doing that, but I must know. No, it was one that you guys actually sent me that didn't work. It was Attack of the Earthlings. The game looks really like it's going to be a lot of fun. I was actually set and ready to cover it. I had everything set up. My screen, my recording software was there. I was ready to go, and then I put in the code, and it's like duplicate key, and I'm like, what? It made me really sad, because the game looked like it was going to be a lot of fun. Hey, Triple J. Or, oops, sorry, not Triple J. You're Jung. Triple J usually pops up right around the same time you do. Sorry, man. Hi. No less enthusiasm. Hey, Jung, how's it going? You have 142 hours in Legend, 90 in Crossroads, and 152 in Warriors of the North. Oh, that's cool. Well, let me see how long I spent in Legend. I know I spent quite a bit, too. 107 hours is how far I spent. Okay, let's talk to this guy. I'm sure I'm going to drive a lot of people crazy. It took you long enough. Now, my precious ingredients. You will show them to me. Do it, every last one. Oh, look at them. They're beautiful. Quit your dilly-dallying and hand them over. Do it now. I'm not listening. Fine, fine. Jeez. This is it. This, finally, is the arrangement of ingredients I've sought for so long. I have tested the results with my own 2 lips. Indeed, good medicine tastes bitter. Yes, yes, with this, even that sweet-mouthed beauty in town will swoon over me. feel like I just did the world a horrible disservice. It's okay. Divinity Original Sin. DOS. We made mention of you, by the way, Kara, which I still can't pronounce your name, in episode 115, 116, somewhere around that range, maybe 114, of you telling me all about how summons are super amazing and really, really good, and that we should look into getting some necromantic summoning going down. So I actually took your advice, and I got at least level 1 summonings for Losa and myself. So there you go. See? People say I never listen. Oh, my nose is itchy. Ugh. It's fine. You've always been internet famous. Don't lie. Ever since, what was it? The Division. Okay, let's go do something horrible, and that's probably going to get us killed. Lord David, I can feel the power from the dark lights. We need to get rid of each one to enter Koenigsdorf. Alright, men. Get ready to charge. There's no way this ends well. Ooh, shiny. It also means bad.
So this is the place.
We'll crush them in one fell swoop.
We'll crush them in one fell swoop. Rawr. Oh, did they nerf summons? That's interesting. The Colonel and I have been doing some cheesy strats lately. Do you remember Mummy Dearest, Kara? Defeat the command squad and assault their base. Doesn't seem too difficult. Stormtroopers! Yes! Commandos. Can we all attack from afar? I'll just sit back and do it this way. Mummy Dearest, it was in the area with Roost, I think his name was. And essentially there were a bunch of just weird named people. There was... I can't remember any of them now, because of course I can't. Mummy Dearest, she's the one that basically could one-shot anyone. Like, in one of her turns, she could instantly kill anybody. You had... Basically, you came into a fort, depending on which side you came from. There were traps all leading up the backside of it. And then once you got in there, there was, like, Mixer, Elixir or something was one guy's name. Then there was Mummy Dearest, who was some sort of super crazy melee person. There was a summoning lady. And there was some other lady. I don't know what all they did. And then at the end of that, or if you came through the front, you had to fight 4 people. 2 of them were up on like a high ground advantage, and 2 of them were guarding the gate. And then you went downstairs, and that's where you fought Roost with the 2 big dogs and 2 bodyguards. And Sahila, I think, was in there. I think that's who it was. Maybe. I'm not sure. I think that's who it was. Oh, they actually closed with me. Cool. Alright. Well, that worked out pretty good. I got some free damage on them. Even if I wasn't paying 100% attention.
Come on, guys, we can do this.
Yeah, you tell them, Marina.
We're gonna win.
We're gonna win! I feel like she only has 3 people in her party.
How do
1,
you like that?
2... No, she's got 4. Alright, 3 and 4. I saw the cool guy that's there. You done got melted, fools. Reinforced? Uh-oh. What? Okay. Oh, another cool thing, guys and gals, that I've been doing. Yeah, I've got the Bone Widow myself now, and I also can summon the Incarnate. And can I do? I don't think I can do Totem yet. Maybe I can. I don't know. I got a bunch of summoning skills on my guy. Yeah, the mummy, yeah, that was not fun. She just wrecked the Red Prince instantly. We were so careful too, but we just couldn't get through all of her stuff to crowd control her enough in time. So she just... I'm like, I got a really good shield, some pretty darn good armor. I'm set. Nope. Nope, not even sort of. She just murdered me. 100 to 0. It was bad. Speaking of bad, I should probably pay a little bit more attention with this. Make sure I don't do anything completely stupid. I'm going to cure their status ailments. That's what I'm going to do. Combat arts. Mystic arts. And combat arts. Why not? Do the Scarecrow fight. I don't know. It doesn't sound familiar yet. Though it does also sound familiar, so I'm not sure. Was the Scarecrow the chick that's on fire running around? Or is it something else?
Look out! Beside us!
Could somebody hit somebody that... No? Nothing? No? Okay.
Yes!
Underwhelming. You did. And gone. Caustic Blast is so nasty. It does so much damage.
Here we go!
Ooh, Arena, you're kind of getting wrecked. And by kind of, I mean you're dead. But, you know, kind of getting wrecked.
Keep it
Don't
together.
worry, we'll cure your status ailments.
Thank you.
Alright, what's going on here? There was some holistic Scarecrow, if you remember. Outside the second city after you escape the prison island east of the city not far. It was near Cow Quest. South of the cow. Was that the cow that was diseased because everything was decaying? Or are you talking about the fire cow? The cows that were all on fire that we had? No, those were pigs. Those were flaming pigs. I'm assuming it's the cow that I have to milk, and if that's the case, no, we haven't done that yet. Interesting. I can't recall having done that yet. Well, that's gonna help. You guys can bring the others back. Except you just got caught, so you're not gonna bring anybody back. That's great.
Take this.
I don't know. Like, I haven't cured that decayed area yet. I'm assuming there's something we can do to do it. We found a named person that's in an area with a bunch of zombies, but we'll just die if we fight there. The villagers turned into cows. No, that doesn't sound familiar. Yeah, I don't think we've done the Scarecrow one yet then. That doesn't sound familiar. I don't remember a village being... like having a whole bunch of villagers turn into a bunch of cattle. The flaming pigs, one of them was human at least, and I assume most of them were. Well, this seems impressive. Please don't be the end of the fight in total. Okay, good. I actually like stuff like this, where it's like consistent battle over and over. Like, why does the bridge keep going up and down?
For the pride
I can see it coming down, but really? Alright, at least we have time to bring him back now. And apparently we have enough to kill them from a distance, even though we're standing on top of them. That was technically from afar. What about the Peeper chicken? Peeper the chicken? Nope, that doesn't sound familiar either. Oh, we're slowly but surely getting stronger, though. And while the Colonel sometimes still does things that make me want to die in real life, he's most of the time doing somewhat better. Like, there's times he does stuff that's pretty good. A lot of times he does stuff that I just don't get.
There you go.
But he is really... I don't know, he gets invested in the story and he wants to make sure that we talk to everyone and stuff like that. It's good. I'm glad that I have someone like that to keep me on that path, because I'm enjoying the story and all the little cool things as well. But I'm the opposite of him in where he likes to only have the story, like that's his main focus. Oh, I hit that. It's his main focus. He wants to make sure the story gets seen. I want to have a combination of both the story... Ooh, that was painful and unsatisfying. The storyline, and I want to also... Interesting. I also want to have some sort of action combat going on. I don't particularly like the episodes where it's only storyline. So, I always feel like there should be some balance between the two. Hang in there, recover your health, I guess? I don't know. I feel like somebody's really far away from where they should be right now. Like, my goal is always to try to strike a balance, but sometimes in certain games you just can't do that. Oh, the base tactics squad. This is the actual boss group. Okay.
You okay?
That shouldn't be the next game. Have you looked at... Oh, gosh. Pathfinder's Kingmaker? That should be the next game on your radar. Also, Pillars of Eternity 2? Yeah, Pillars of Eternity 2. Did you really enjoy Wasteland 2? I liked it a little less than I thought I was going to. I liked it a lot more than I initially thought I was going to. After seeing more about it, like before I started playing it, I was like, man, this has got a lot of stuff. I'm really, really going to enjoy this. When I started playing it, if my expectations were at 100, it was about an 85. It was still good. I really enjoyed it. I did like playing it, but that was another one of those that just kind of faded. Yeah, give me one sec here, guys. I'll post the link for you guys. That's for the alpha test. I might have to actually search for it. One moment. Might not even be available. Nope, it's not available on Steam yet. Okay. Un momento, por favor. There it is. Alright. It's from Owlcat Games. Wasteland was better in Director's Cut. Yeah, I was playing through it about halfway. I don't think I made it halfway through, but as far as I made it into the game, I stopped playing, and then it was shortly after that, I believe, they released the Director's Cut, and I heard it made things so much better. I don't know what changed, though. Do you know off the top of your head, like, what actually changed to make it better? Because I have no idea. Lower their morale. That sounds like a good one. Keep your HP up, and yeah, close in. I did a couple, 2 or 3 videos now on Pathfinder Kingmaker, and it's very similar to Pillars of Eternity. So it's definitely one that if you're a fan of that style or type of games, the classic CRPGs, right? That should definitely be one that's on your radar. It's still in like a very early on alpha, or even maybe, might be a beta, might be an alpha, might even be a pre-alpha build, but it's got a lot of potential, and from what I've seen, it looks like it's going to be a lot of fun, so I am looking forward to it, and you all should be as well. Again, if that's your style of game, right? If not, then probably shouldn't be looking forward to it. Oh, it was ages ago, you don't remember? Yeah. Yeah, I was surprised because they actually sent me that when I was still pretty small. And to me, that was just like, it like blew my mind. Same thing with Age of Wonders 3 and Xenonauts. All 3 of those were like, I was super tiny, and all the developers and publishers and stuff were just really cool, and they sent me the stuff. Actually, I think all 3 of those were developers. So that was really, really neat and cool and awesome. So very inspiring. Alright. This should be the end of these guys. Either with this or the follow-up attack. Oh, that's it. So we got through the first base. That wasn't that
Little
difficult.
by little, I'm becoming stronger.
A new
Caustic Blast 2.
That's
That's gonna be sick. Paralyzed Gas 3 is gonna be pretty sick too. Wow, that's a lot of cash monies we just got. I'll take it. He grew up on... Oh. Hold on, guys. I'll hush through this, and then we'll check out whatever's next. Or I don't have to, because this is just part of the thing. Oh, you played through fully modded BG 1 and 2 again. See, that's crazy. I've never been able to get through Baldur's Gate 1. It was really difficult. Also, the AI... Like, that's one of the things I really like about... There's still some issues, but I really like about Pillars of Eternity and the newer ones that are a throwback to Baldur's Gate is the pathing's better, like the computer AI and just handling, like everything is just improved. I don't know about storyline or anything of that nature, but it's just better, and I do enjoy them. That's why I've been able to play through, not completely yet, but I will hopefully get through it, Pillars of Eternity 1, and enjoy my time with it instead of struggling like every time I came across any battle when I played the first Baldur's Gate. I think I started as a mage, by the way, and I was like 10, 12, something like that. I was pretty young. It was a very disastrous attempt. I was never able to do it. I did beat all of Neverwinter Nights, including something of the Underdark and whatever the other one was. I don't remember. There were 2 expansions. I beat all of that, and that was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed that. Pick up bonuses when you level up and rebalance. Oh, okay. Baldur's Gate 1 came out in 98. If it did, I would have been... It had to be old. It has to be older than 98, doesn't it? So I could have sworn I played that before. Man, this is going to be such a broken... I am so sorry, you 2 people watching. Forgive me. Oh, wow. Maybe it was 2000. Really? I very clearly remember playing that like a long time ago. This came out in 99 apparently. Oh, I'm getting old. Oh wait, published in 98 by Interplay. Okay. I released at the end of 1998. So I guess at that point I was like 15. Wasn't too far off. Yeah. I wasn't too far off. 15. I thought it was like 10 or 12. I just don't remember it being that late in, but I suppose when you're younger, years all seem to be much longer. Like oddly, the last 6 months have felt really long for me. Like, really long. But before that, the years were just flying by for like the last decade. It's just been like crazy speed flying millions of miles. It's absurd. Whereas back when you were in high school and everything else, yeah, the years seem to last forever, right? I don't know. You're an 83 model. I'm an 83 model as well, Holy. So we experienced it right around the same time. It was April 13th, 1983. Old man Bumpy. Yes, they have that in Pillars of Eternity. I love it.
The tracking remnant says something's here.
Yes, I can feel it.
Who's there?
Oh, you mean the creepy guy that was standing there the whole time since this moment you walked in? With his arms out and looking up at the sky? Or at least at whatever that thing is in front of him?
How beautiful.
It's a Savani.
You destroyed them so beautifully. All for my pleasure.
Oh dear.
Oh, my poor subordinate.
I probably should have saved.
Certainly they were far too incompetent to stop you, but at least they showed me a magnificent death. Yes, death is the peak of perfection, the only thing that comes close to rivaling me.
What?
But now I must deal with you, swine. You come covered in dirt and grime, reeking of sweat, crashing in here like some rabid beast, trembling in here with your shoes on.
Well,
And what's more, you've done all that with the intent of disrupting the Conqueror's glorious goals. Oh, you are the embodiment of all things hideous.
thank you.
Dirty, tainted beings like you can only benefit from a cleansing by Sneven the Estate.
What?
You'll bathe
Oh.
in a river of your own blood.
That looks bad. Also, you have your shoes on too, buddy. I'm just going to point that out. And now we're all going to die, and I didn't save. This is probably a bad thing. His name's Sneven, by the way. That's weird. The Estate? What does that even mean? But yeah, Pillars of Eternity, they have, when you double-click on any of the places to go through, it'll I think it plays the exact same sound file from Baldur's Gate. You must gather your party before venturing forth. It's great. Just PC gaming before 91. SimCity, Wolfenstein 3D, Wings of Fury. Ah, the Polish, okay. We had the Atari 2600. Yeah, I had, let's see. I had an Atari as well. I had a Commodore 64. Played a lot of games on that. A lot of cool, fun stuff. I eventually got the Nintendo, Super Nintendo. My favorite was the Sega Genesis, actually. I even had the Sega channel. I mentioned this before. I don't know. Oh, gosh. Where did they come from? It's fine. I'm like, wait, how are we the strongest group? I forgot that David gave up one of his people for Arena's group. Okay. Well, this is going to go poorly. Maybe. Maybe not. Is there a way we can lower their morale? There. That one. I don't think we'll actually be able to do it, but we'll try. Mystic Arts. And... yes. Aim for the back ranks? What does that even mean? Yes, do that.
Come on, let's kick some A.
I'm going to be getting a PS4 in April. And I really want it, but at the same time, do I really want it? I'm at that stage where, yeah, I do want it, but like my PS3 goes untouched for literally years at a time right now. And I have probably 2-3 dozen games that I've never played. Or never played, like, really played on that. So... but there's a lot of cool PS4 games, and I'm also thinking, you know, along the lines of stuff that I'm doing, I can start requesting stuff that's only released on PS4. Or at least released early on PS4. Like, I could have played Ys 8 Lacrimosa of Dana when it released if I had the PS4 already. This might go poorly. These guys are relatively scary. Don't buy the PS4 Pro. My PS3 is like the first iteration of the PS3. That was back when I was actually making really decent money. Oh, this looks like it's going to kill me. Yep, I wasn't wrong. Alright, well, we are in a lot of, like, lack of health. Alright, bring them back. Bring them back.
I shall claim the reward.
I don't know what they want to do. Everybody save them. That's the plan. They're maybe dead? That's why I didn't just leave one group to save them.
Wait! Leave us alone!
Yep, they got stuck. Oh man, they almost died.
Hang in there, okay?
But at least they're geared for... whoa, that was really effective. Okay. At least they're geared toward healing at this point, so even if they do get slapped around a little bit, it should be okay. Yes, please, give us the eye cream. Alright, here come the flankers.
Stand your ground.
So much damage. That's it? Oh, he's... Oh, that's... okay. PS4... Fortunately, jumped to the PS4 Pro hype train because my 4K TV when it released. You know. You can plat MH World and need to wait until fall. Maybe PS5 will be able to do 4K 30 FPS on all games. So what's wrong with why can't they do 4K right now? Just curious because I have no idea. Like, I don't have a 4K TV. I'm leaning toward maybe getting the slimline. I'm leaning toward getting the slimline PS4, but there is more processing and GPU power for the PS4 Pro, which, if I'm going to be doing recordings and things of that nature, I might need. Again, I don't know. I haven't done all the research, but I'm torn right now, and I don't know how well slimline PS4s go. It's not fast enough. PC does 40K or 4K 60 FPS on most games. 2 seconds turned down. Okay. My Pro's better. Yeah, and that's probably what I would record at as well. So I'm thinking that I'm probably still going to get the Pro, which sucks, and it's so much money. It's like, oh. But again, if it gives a little bit more diversity and allows me to do a few more things and maybe appeal to just a few more people here and there, channel can start growing and the snowball effect and all that. I don't know, guys and gals. Like I said, I'm definitely trying to make this work, but you never know what's going to happen from day to day. We're battling you. I do not like that. We'll play it by ear, I guess, with you. I hope that we will actually heal ourselves after the fight, which we did not do, which sucks, by the way. Alright, looks like we'll have all of our guys up at least. Short of him having some sort of super mega death, kill everything, destroy the universe attack that kills like all of our squads at once, I think we're probably at a point where we're okay and we should be able to survive. They're probably going to die right now, though. In fact, they will die. I have no question in my mind. Silencer is going to be close, if not kill him outright. And the Caustic Blast will 100% finish him, so yeah. Well, look, we're bringing him back up, though. I like that. Maybe I'm wrong. We ran over to... Oh, no, we got him back up. Okay. Okay, so all 4 of our guys are on their feet again. So we should be able to start picking off some fools here. Combat arts... Lower their morale, keep your HP up. Clear the status ailments, I guess? 100, what good is good enough. Yeah, I know. I know. I looked at it too. It's crazy. They're saying like only like the top 5 or 10%.
Scream for me.
Only the top 5 or 10% of PCs in the world are even going to be able to run the thing. And I'm like, what? How is it you can get something to run well, I assume, on a vastly inferior machine, and then when you bring it to something that's vastly superior, you have to have the most absurd requirements ever. And it's not just the size that they need. It's I think like the graphics card and CPU and every. My goodness, we need to kill a group of these guys.
Finish him.
Well, that's gonna help us a little bit. Morale change. Okay, are they coming back? The Kiss of Life? What is that? That was amazing! So we're all alive again except poor Pagus. He's still alive, but he's not feeling so good. Pagus is having a bad day. Alright, I'm gonna meet up with this guy. We're gonna lower the morale again. And you're gonna try to not die. And I don't know what you're gonna do, but do something, I guess. Optimization. You want it on PC, but you don't want to purchase it again. Yeah, that's fair. I will probably get it on PC eventually. I probably won't get it when it first comes out. I mean, I've already waited this long to play it, right? It's one of those things. I really do enjoy most of the Final Fantasy games. Not all of them. Most of the ones that I have played. I really enjoy playing them. I rarely get all the way through and finish it, which sucks, and it bothers me that I do that. But it's just, like, I have free time sometimes. I'm like, I want to play something. I want to play a Final Fantasy game. No, that's such a big deal, you know, long-term, big time investment game. I just don't want to get into that right now. So I almost always talk myself out of it. Oh, sweet, we hit one of the extra groups with our Caustic Blast and slaughtered them. It's just anytime you go into a Final Fantasy game, you know for sure you're going to be in for a very, very long ride. Even like the first game is absurdly long. Mostly because it's really slow moving, though. It's more that than really anything else. Thunderclap, and then Ascala's Wrath. I was calling out Ascalia. It's just, oh gosh, what's this gonna do? Oh, you're gonna kill Arena? That's not cool, man. Violet slides across the ground. Alright. We're bringing everyone back. Everyone's going to do it. They'll all have some sort of healing coming from this.
I feel a lot better.
Oh, Final Fantasy 15 is pretty short? Oh. Well, that's a rarity. But, like, I have, I think, everything but 7 and 8. And I've only ever beaten 10 out of the entire numbered series. And obviously Tactics, like, 3 times, but... actually, I think I only beat Tactics twice, but I played it so many times because I've also... The thing that I keep trying to do, and I've never quite managed it, is I keep trying to get to the point where... Oh, that sucks, too. Won't be too bad. Where I master all the jobs on all the... or on even on one person, master all the jobs. I have not been able to do that yet. Save them no matter what. I'm just gonna have you keep your HP up. How about that? We'll trust the others to actually get something done correctly here.
This chance won't be wasted.
We are running on some pretty scary stuff right here. Really, none of you had another heal? Well, they might die.
To the rescue.
You're dead. And you're back. How much is that healing for? Oh gosh, full heal? This is as good as the Kiss of Life. Alright, now can we possibly, in any way, shape, or form, do this? Sure. That's gonna hurt.
You're not going to perish from that scratch, are you?
Gonna hope not. Good Caustic Blast. Should do some damage. Ooh, even to the other guys. Nice. No, they're going down again. Son of a... Well, that group should die here. We're going to kill that group, so... It was that easy. We should have probably just done it before, but I don't ever like the idea of risking not being able to bring somebody back. I restore 2, basic attack. Multi-deadlock again. Come on. Ooh, Mighty Thunderclap 2. What? And Ascala's Wrath. And now he's on the brink of destruction, but that doesn't mean he's not going to annihilate us with his extra turn in between. I think I'm going to do the bring him back thing again. 'Cause I don't want anyone not to get the experience for this. That seemed bad. That seemed bad to anyone else? It seemed bad. You don't like this, the combat in this game? At least it's a little bit of a variety from traditional JRPGs. 5 to 12 plus tactics, crisis score, type 0. Also, just to yeah, that's a card game. I don't count that. I don't count Dissidia or Dissidia, I guess is how you probably would pronounce it. Oh, here we go. I guess the squad's now dead. Yep. It's getting worse. Bring him back. Bring him back. Stay on your toes. Recover your health. I don't know. Do something. Uh-oh. Woo! 90 HP. He's still standing after 13,000 damage done too. That's crazy. It's a fighter type game? It's not a card type game? Or was that the one that's supposed to be like a MOBA type game? I don't remember. I looked at it and I was like, nope. But I honestly, it was one of those, I looked at it and I filed it away as like not even sort of interested. What does that do? Apparently nothing. Okay, everyone's alive. And kind of mostly full health. We're going to turn it around. We're going to win this. Come on, give me the critical trigger. Or just kill him in one shot. I'll take that too.
Thus, my repentance finally reaches the sublime beauty of death.
What is he doing?
Truly, I have reached the pinnacle of beauty.
Yeah, no, that's not at all what you did, buddy.
Sweet!
Little by little, I'm becoming stronger.
I feel stronger than I
We
did
learned
before.
a thing and a second version of the thing in the same battle. That's impressive. Alright, let's take a look here. No reference though. You only played because they changed the combat system, okay. You remember Final Fantasy VII back in the day when it came out. You returned it the same day. I did not like number 7. That's everybody was like, oh my god, it's the greatest thing ever. I don't like timer-based combat. That's why Lost Sphere, it's a little bit better than 7 was, but that's the one big thing I would say that I don't care for with Lost Sphere is I don't particularly like the timer-based combat. That's the only thing that I have an issue with. And again, it's something I can work around, and if I get used to it more, I'll probably still not like it, but I won't not like it as much. More tolerable, I guess. Let's see. It's a fighter type game. One-on-one action-based fighting game? Really? Three-dimensional arenas based on locations from the series with characters that can level. So it's more like Dragon Ball Fighter Z that I was playing. It did not look like that at all. So I got the complete wrong impression from the game if that's actually what it was. That's interesting. Well, then it's not as terrible as I thought it was. Well, that's cool. Maybe I will check that out at some point. Until the 2 MMOs. Oh, so you actually played 11 and was it 14? And 14 redone because they did terribly to begin with? Yeah, people told me that years later. I guess I never looked at the option menu when I was playing it back in the day. I could use a relaxing herb right about now. We obtained the Brionac. I got nothing. Well, that was weird, interesting, and kind of cool. I mean, I don't like having to constantly resurrect our people, but
They're with the Conqueror? And with their mine as well.
his mouth isn't
The
moving.
flow of remnant power doesn't feel so strong anymore.
Or maybe it wasn't, I
Are
missed
you
it.
sure?
I'm positive. The barrier around Koningsdorf seems weaker than before.
Then, that was one of those lights. That fiend we just defeated was sapping power from other remnants and sending it to Koningsdorf?
They're calling it Koningsdorf,
I
but there's
think
no
so.
N
That
between the
can't
I and
be.
G.
Are you saying that was a remnant?
Really?
I don't know about that.
Guys, who cares what they are? We know we've got to beat them all to get into Koningsdorf, right? Let's deal with the questions later.
You're quite right. Thank you, Rush.
Yeah.
Let's go. We've got more fighting ahead.
Cool. I survived a crazy battle. Don't know that we can do it again, but we survived a crazy battle. I'm going to go over here to that place that I'm not going to try to pronounce. I think I tried it before. I may have broke my tongue. Don't know for sure. And we're going to save because we did something that probably should have gone much worse. Alright. I think I've done all the side missions and quests and things. And I don't see that our people are necessarily any stronger than they were before. The only things I haven't done yet is there's still a bunch of stuff that I have not managed to find as far as like rare monsters. I think I've done all of the... Is that a quote-unquote chest up there? Maybe. Let's go take a look. It is. Very cool. Oh, it was easier on active? That could be true. Because I imagine you can spam a few, like if you were really quick with your reactions and you knew what you wanted to do when you wanted to do it, imagine you probably, there was more leniency in like the timer-based combat, so you'd be able to spam a couple of extra skills if you just knew exactly what you wanted to do before they would. Versus the turn-based timer, everybody's got equal time, right? Yeah, I could see that happening. Well, yeah, unfortunately I didn't realize, I guess, back when I tried Final Fantasy VII that it actually had the turn-based combat. Well, let's go to... Young Master, there's an invisible wall. We can't go any further. However, from each of the dark lights seems to be forming a wall. We must destroy all of those dark lights. Can we just kill like one? Can we kill it? Oh, damage over time. Yeah. Alright. Well, let's do this again. We can get our Cyclops out. I have no idea why that's only available with certain things. It seems very strange to me. Do area attacks from far? Maybe we don't want to do that. It's like Rush's group will be the last into the fray. Mostly because we have him. Mostly because we have him. If you don't like traditional combat, like turn-based combat like this, then no, I would not. My biggest complaint with that game is a odd thing to complain about, I guess. It looks amazing.
We should strike
A lot of the
at their
combat's
flank.
really cool. I like the way they've done the combat. But again, traditionally it's just like this, right? You choose which skills you have. They do have a cool overdrive mechanic where you use basic attacks and that gives you a few extra points that you can use to then use skills for free, so you don't have to keep going back and getting mana all the time. If you combo it right, you can use skills basically, like I said, for free, which is really nice. My biggest and only real complaint with that game is all the combat animations, everything looks good, looks fantastic, it feels good, the way the combat's designed is all great. It's just slow. After a while, the cool animations, the really crisp-looking graphics, and all the niceties of the game start to wear on you because it's just so slow moving. So you're like, okay, you punch this guy, and then you see him, and he does whatever he does, and he starts to wind up his punch, and then he goes and he does his punch. It just that's the biggest drawback, I guess you could say. There's a way to cut through animations and stuff to make it a bit better. It'd make the game less pretty, but it would be more tolerable to play. I mean, like I said, I feel like crap saying that, and that's really the only complaint I have. So that's a good recommendation, right? That's a good thing to have a complaint about. If that's your only one, but it just kills the flow of the game. Yeah, no, it wouldn't be along the lines of stuff that you like, Holy. It's more like this. Like, this is even a little bit more advanced than most JRPG type turn-based combat. Like, there's different unions that you have to keep maneuvering around. There's a little bit of maneuvering here and there. There's different choices and stuff. This isn't like your traditional JRPG. So there's a bit more here, and even this you don't find particularly compelling or interesting. So that's more of the traditional style. There's some cool things they did, but you would not enjoy it. Phoenix Point? Oh yeah, that's created by was it the guy who made the original Julian Galtrop or something like that? I forgot what his first name is. It's probably not Julian. Yeah, that one looks amazing. They got like super giant aliens where you have to pinpoint different body parts and limbs and stuff, right? I think that's the game you guys are talking about.
We're counting on you.
Thank you.
I would suggest you check out our. I'm going to say it again. Go do a search. You know what? I'm going to do it. Because why not? We've already done this a million times this episode. Let's keep doing it. Boy, that does not at all look like what I was going to type. Because it wasn't what I was going to type. I would say you would probably like that one, and you should check it out. I would also say, and this is if you're a fan of like Final Fantasy Tactics. Nobody heard that. There was no sounds whatsoever. I say if you are a fan of Final Fantasy Tactics or games of that nature, then this should definitely be on your list. Yeah, I agree. More UT people should, but sometimes you just can't, there's no possibility. There's a few others that I'm pretty excited about. I just don't remember off the top of my head. Those are the two big ones. Oh, the blinding light. Isn't there a dark mode for Twitter somewhere? I swear there is. Just don't remember where it is. It's fine. There's Grand Guilds. Looks like it's going to be a pretty good one. You might want to check that one out. Is that even on Steam yet? It is not. Let's see what else. There's another one that I keep forgetting that I want to put on my... Oh, is it Fallen Gods? Maybe it's Fallen Gods, I'm not sure. No, that's not it. It's, oh, what is it? Oh, darn it. Darn it. Ash Gods, something like that. Something to do with Ash. Ashes of the Gods or something like that. Darn it. Hold on. The two that I linked are definitely game recommendations for you. Oh, what are they called? Children of Zodiacs is actually kind of cool too. Where are you? Ash of Gods. That's it. Ash of Gods. Oh, they do have that here too. Cool. If you were kind of a fan of the Banner Saga, this'll definitely be one of yours. Yeah, I did have a sneak peek of Fell Seal. It looks like it's gonna be a lot of fun. While graphically it's not the most standout game ever, which I don't care about, right? It looks like it's very true to like Final Fantasy Tactics-esque type game. So I'm looking forward to seeing how that one works out. And same thing with Arcadian Atlas. That might be the closest beat for beat to Final Fantasy Tactics once you finally get to play it and you can get your hands on it. So definitely another one that I'm really looking forward to. I can't wait till I get to try that one out. I've been waiting over, maybe even over 2 years now. Like, I'm really looking forward to that one. Alright. Let's go with that. Yeah, so there's quite a few good ones. A lot of them are up and coming that haven't released yet. But some really, 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 really good looking stuff. Like I said, Arcadian Atlas is like Battle Brothers was for me for a long time. Except I got to play Battle Brothers before. Like, I didn't have to wait very long before I got to at least play, like, the early portions of the game. So, Arcadian Atlas is the next for that. I did? Yeah, it looks like I did. I don't know why I didn't copy. Give me a second.
Bad.
It does that every so often, and it drives me nuts when it does. And I don't know why it does that. How did I do that? Because that's weird. Un momento, por favor. You know what? It didn't act. That's weird. It's really weird. Try this one. Yeah, that's different. I don't know how it did that. I guess it just didn't copy it.
Tough guy.
Alright. We're back. Well, we definitely have the morale advantage on this side of life. Switching job system. 3-person team. Was it the... You might have to be a bit more specific, I know. If you knew more, you would tell me. Like, I get it. The only one I can think of was, there was a couple, like, fairy tale type things. I'm gonna try to stay on my toes as much as possible here.
Victory is within our
Give me one sec,
grasp.
guys. There's one where you could be like Robin Hood, you could be Jack the Ripper, and there was somebody else. But I don't think that was the one. Play the old Rage of Mages games. Sounds familiar, but I don't think I have. I think I maybe looked into it, and I don't think I've ever actually played them.
These guys?
Well, that didn't do any good. Alright, let's do some... Let's just close in with them all. Our big guy's there. He's going to start doing some damage and taking some. Catastrophe! There's Warcraft 1 and 2. Warcraft 2 was significantly different than Warcraft 1, I remember. Because I had got the battle chest or whatever it was, where it was just the first 2 games. Or maybe I just bought the first 2, I don't know. And my friend already had played them. He's like, you don't install, don't even play Warcraft 2 at all. You won't want to go back to playing Warcraft 1. I was like, I don't think that's true. And he's like, just trust me. Just trust me. I might lose the Cyclops here.
Trying to be a tough guy?
I think we will. That's terrible. I don't think it's going to do anything to me. It's just annoying that he's down. Huh. Okay. Volume mechanics is similar to the... I don't know, man. I'd have to really I probably have to go back through. Was it like a one-off video or like a few episodes or something? And have you played Hard West yet, Holy? That might be another game that you'd be pretty interested in. I remember reaching out for that game and I never got it, but I did eventually buy it myself. Just, I think maybe over Christmas or something. It was fairly recently that I actually got my hands on it. But that's one that's going to be very similar to the style that you like if you haven't played it. There's also another XCOM-like game. I think Carl was a big fan of it, and I don't remember what the name of it was now. It's the one I was playing the most recently of. Actually, it shouldn't be that difficult for me to figure this one out. Hold on. Something with an S. Shock Tactics. I think that's it. Shock Tactics is another one that you might be interested in. Yeah, you might want to check out Hard West, because that's going to definitely be up your alley. Shock Tactics is probably up your alley. I can bring back the Cyclops? What? I thought once that thing died, it like just dissolved into nothing. Didn't know I could bring him back. That's cool. Give us an herb, buddy. No? It's gonna go on standby. Alright. Oh, you used to. Remember. You use it to remember games. Yeah, I do too. That's why if anybody looks at my Steam wish list, they're like, oh my god. And then there's some that I just don't care anymore about. And every once in a while I'll go through and I'll start clearing some of them out. My wish list at one point was almost 400 games long. Just stuff that I can remember, go back going, oh yeah, oh yeah. Or, I heard about this. This is probably pretty cool. That's not cool, man. Don't kill Pagas's group. Alright. Ow. Do our people actually do anything? I feel like they just stood around a lot.
You'll be alright now.
Wow, 10,000 HP, huh? Okay. We're just gonna heal. Oh, nope, we're actually doing some damage, okay. I missed. Okay. Hey, she learned poison gas. Interesting. 148 on a wish list. I don't know what I have. I think I'm like 200 and something. 239 is what my wish list is right now. And I'm sure only like a third of those I'm actually super interested in. And some of them I'm pretty sure I already will be getting at some point. Like Ys 8, Lacrimosa of Dana. It will come to me when it releases on PC. And I can probably swing Far Cry 5 from Ubisoft. I passed up on some of the things that they released, like the new South Park game and the new Assassin's Creed game. Those were both offered to me, but I wasn't really going to cover them. So I feel like it would just be bad for me to be like, hey, I'll do this, and then not actually have any ambition or desire or plans to cover them. Just take the games for free. So I'm not super greedy. I try to cover everything that gets sent to me, or that I request. And even then, sometimes I can't do that, which really bothers me, by the way. Really bothers me a lot. Alright, Arena. Bring them back again. You guys keep yourselves alive. I have over 1,000 games on my Steam library right now. I think when I started, I had like 200, 300 maybe? Maybe more than that. But I get sent a lot of really... I don't want to say really bad games, but some of them are pretty bad. I get sent some pretty bad games, and I get sent some okay games that I might not cover. I just get sent a lot of stuff. And again, I'm not going to be one of those people that are like, hey, you sent me something, I'm not going to use it, I'm just going to sell it to make money. I'm never going to do that. I'm never going to be that guy. To just kind of backhand the developer or the publisher. It's never going to happen. So I really like Arena's Kiss of Life because it doesn't use any kind of material or mats or anything like that. So it's just going to be reagents, whatever. It's just going to be direct, guaranteed, like full heal off of for the entire group after they die. I like that a lot. Most of our others have to use like revivification herb or something along those lines, and that takes, you know, actual herbs and things. And we have a lot of them, but still. Look, we're even going to heal up somebody, just because we can. Well, I could finish with Omni Strike, and I might. I will probably not play most of them, yeah. You have 233 games on Steam, and you have played through about 200 of them. That's impressive. I think I might have played through 80 to maybe 120 games overall. And it might be more than that. I just can never remember all of them. Like, I used to put them all into a specific section in my list, and then they would, like, the whole list would get wiped out. So Steam would be like, oh, you did something wrong. Delete your whatever cache file thing. And I did that, and then everything's all in one giant list again. I'm like, no, it happened like 3 times. So now my beaten games list is much less large than it used to be. You had a game on Steam that was so bad that you asked Steam to delete it. What was it? Just tell me what it is. I don't want to use Omni Strike right now.
Come on, man! Buck up!
Keep your HP up. Guess use combat arts. I'm gonna be a little bit conservative right now.
That all you got?
Double time 5. And we still dodged. Get
like that
wrecked.
Don't
Newman,
worry,
Conquest
I've
of
got you.
Heroes. I feel like I've played that. Or I have that. I don't remember what it was. Was that a game that was supposed to be something like... It's not King's Bounty. That's what's on my mind. What was the old game that was similar to Diablo? There was 2 of them, and they just actually recently released a new expansion for it. I don't remember what it was called. It's an action RPG.
Do you require assistance?
It had like an Egyptian feel to the game. Like, it's not the game that you're talking about right now. It's a game that I'm thinking I got that because it looked like that. And then I think I have that. It wasn't King's Bounty. What was it?
Like that hurt.
I can almost see it in my head. But I can't quite. Wow, we just slaughtered that tactics group real quick.
Try again tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna have to see. I don't know what it is. I don't even know what letter it starts
Little by
with.
little,
I
I'm
shall
becoming
use
Poison
this
Gas
for
2,
the
nice.
people of Africa.
Legendary Mystic Knight,
Brilliant.
Still plenty
Bluff
of
2,
power left in
sweet.
these old bones.
Dragon Crush, Poison Gas 3, Double Strike 2. Some really good stat increases because it's a multiple battle victory here. These are good. I will say before I face off against this guy because I have no idea how good, bad, or indifferent it's going to go. Probably not going to be super great. Alright, so... Oh, is there no way to leave here? Well, that's interesting. Alright, well, we'll save on a different spot then. Titan Quest, that's it. That was the one, yes, Titan Quest. Newman, oh, don't know where that was typing, but okay. Yes, I do have it. And no, I never actually think I tried playing it. I don't see your recommendation here, or your lack of. This is a great game. Why is it so good? I love some of these. I do. No, apparently I played 27 minutes of it at some point, and it was so memorable that it has etched itself into my mind for all of eternity. Don't remember it at all. Okay, yeah, I was thinking Titan Quest was the game that it looked like and reminded me of, so I was like, oh, that's going to be kind of cool. And then it turned out it wasn't. And you guys knew that Titan Quest got an expansion recently, right? Titan Quest 2? It's weird, but yeah, they actually got one. After like a decade or 15 years or something.
Me is Sweeto, helper to Mr. Conqueror.
Didn't we do something with Zuido?
He's gonna kill you.
Yes, we did. We helped him.
Scary. Here is too scary. You guys is scary.
Yep. Yep. Scary. It's us. And now you're insane.
You's all's gonna bite it right here. They don't call me the flesh render for nothing. Get it, bro? I ain't scared of nothing. Yeah, cause we's all going to the same place anyhow. The other side ain't so bad, I hear. How's about we all find out?
I feel like your sword is designed poorly, but what do I know? Okay, well, he's clearly got some mental issues. It's fine. They released the Anniversary Edition, but I think they also released an actual expansion. I very distinctly remember this being the thing. Again, it could be completely wrong and insane, which is possible. But I do not know. Alright, let's go get wrecked by this guy, shall we? Sounds like a plan. Not a very good plan, mind you, but a plan nonetheless. Alright, combat arts and... just combat arts for you two.
Come on, let's kick some A.
Yeah, same developer, yep.
Don't underestimate your foes!
Avernum 3 released recently as well, with the new engine. So basically they released 1, 2, and now 3 with the engine from Avedon, I think it was. I think it's Avedon. So essentially it's a re-release of those original 3, which I think were already re-releases of something else. It gets weird, but anyway, that released fairly recently too. I have that. I haven't got to do coverage of it yet. Like, there's so many things right now that like I said, just sit on the side on my list and I just look at it going, I want to play it. So I'll probably do at some point just a big influx. Maybe I'll stop for a week doing everything but maybe Pillars of Eternity and just all new titles that have released in the last couple weeks or to a month.
Better hit harder than that.
Oh, nice. It was a one-shot him. I wasn't sure we could. Whoa, do you see that guy teleport on the screen? That was weird. I feel like we're getting beat down quite badly right now.
Here I come!
Well, we attacked with some pretty good skills, but it didn't do a whole lot. They're more, you might like them. I don't know. It really depends. Yeah, I might do that too, Kara. I'm thinking about that. You might like those games, wholly because they're kind of a mix between... I mean, they feel dated and pretty old school, and again, they are remakes of older games, but decent story, but it's more of a... kind of an RPG, kind of like a Pillars of Eternity or something like that, where you go around, you talk to people, you kind of get a feel for the whole world. You might want to check out, the Colonel did a fairly recent, in the last year, a series going through the whole thing. So if you can get past what the game looks like and how it functions and plays, I don't want to say get past, it's just, it's not a modern feeling game at all. There's some modern things that have been brought into it and everything else. I'm not trying to lambaste the game. It's a good game. It's just, it's from like a different generation. But it's got more combat, like the turn-based tactical stuff. Like if you're walking along and all of a sudden you get into a fight, you would go into like a turn-based tactical battle and have to start moving around with each turn, and you have different squares, and it's hex-based or grid-based combat. It's not bad, but again, you have to be able to get past the graphics and the feeling of a more old-school type game. If you can do that, you'll probably absolutely love all the stuff that Jeff Vogel, I think his name is, he does. All those series, Spiderweb Software, Spidersoft, something like that. They are really good, but again, that's another huge time commitment one. Yeah, I never finished it either. I think that's the first time I noticed the Colonel, really. I've seen him doing a few other things, but he beat me on that when he was like a tenth of my size. I was like, what? So it was interesting. All right, we got to bring people back. We get to do this again. Huh. Get them no matter what. Alright, well, I guess I'll just stick with the guy that I'm fighting. Play it by ear. I liked Underrail too. That was really tough, though. I really struggled with the game. Not because it was bad, it was difficult. What is Twin Gimlet? I guess we're about to find out. Oh, that looked amazing! What the heck was that?
Don't be discouraged.
They released like a definitive version or like an upgraded version of Underrail 2, and they've announced that they're working on Underrail 2, just so you guys know. I wasn't even close. I got like 20 episodes in, maybe. Another one I really liked that I didn't get very far into was... Oh, I just had it on the tip of my tongue, too. What was it called now? Oh, so sad.
Look out! Beside us!
Huh. Might have to look it up. Oh, Ballroom. There it is. B-A-L-R-U-M. Ballroom. That was a weird concept for that game. But I liked it. I liked it a lot. I thought it was really cool. Alright, everybody's alive again. That's good. Hurry up and heal them. Keep your HP up. Give offensive support. Keep your HP up. That was one where it was like a real-time game until you went into combat, and then it became a turn-based game. Really interesting. And restore 4 as our final move there. Ah, my eyes so itchy. I'm allergic to everything. This guy doesn't seem anywhere near as bad as the last guy. Yet. I think we're about to clear out the rest of his goobers too, so it's just basically going to be him versus us. Oh no, I was too quick. Darn it. We could have kept up with that, and maybe we could have killed them.
Smash him from the side.
Doubtful, though.
Good job.
Never heard of Ballroom? It was an interesting one. Yeah, you might want to check that one out too. So if you're looking for a bunch of stuff, there's several games there that are all pretty cool. Children of Zodiacs, I still think is pretty cool. The whole card concept, while it's interesting and different, I prefer, like, even this game, I prefer to have all of my skills available to me at all times. The concept that each time you do something, there's, like, random choices, it's interesting, and it's okay for occasional games, but I don't, again, it's one of those things that's okay, but I would prefer it the other way. So that's my only downside, or my only complaint, I guess you could say, about Children of Zodiacs, is that you build basically a card deck that are all your skills. And then you have to manage being offensive, defensive, healing, and you have to have a specific number of cards minimum. And if you have too many, you might pull a bunch of bad cards, so you have to keep like a lean deck at all times. And then after that, in combat you have to wait, and then you get bonuses if you have a full 7 cards. And like I said, there's lots of cool mechanics that they do with the game. The game's really good. It is a turn-based tactical strategy game, so you might want to check that one out. And the other one is Regalia of Men and Monarchs. I think Kara said that. I think he likes both of those games. Yeah, I'm not either. Hand of Fate's less of a card game, though. It is a card game, but it's less of one. And you'd have to play. You have to play different ones to see. Like Children of Zodiacs is not a card game like Magic the Gathering or Spellweaver or any of those. It's different, but it's still pretty good. And I've never played a Yu-Gi-Oh game, so I have no idea. Alright, lower their morale. That sounds like a good plan. Combat arts. Play it by ear, I guess. It's more of an action game anyway. Hand of Fate 2. Even if it is kind of a card game, it's more of an action game. Whereas the others are turn-based strategy games. But it gets dreading at some point. Yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot that goes into Regalia of Men and Monarchs. It's there's so much to do that it can definitely be overwhelming at points as well. Ow, that hurt. But it's really, really cool. I like that a lot. That's one of the ones that I was super on point to play through and finish. And then they, like, the code that they gave me ran out, which is weird. It's like one of the first games I ever had that happen to. And then when I got the new one, it was like a month later, so I couldn't continue to play. And I was like 6 or 8 episodes in or something like that. I was at least a few episodes in. And then I had to start all over from scratch, too, and it just kind of killed all my momentum. So when I go back to it, I want to make sure that I can just give it a big chunk of my focus. Not just kind of fiddle around with it.
Check this out.
Doing some pretty good damage to this guy. That might hurt. That was cool. Nimble Flash Strike 2. It's a new skill. Very underwhelming. Double time 2. Restore 4. Alright, healing up our other squad. I like that. Oh, what is Hyper Hammer gonna do? Miss. Oh, missed once. Alright, Arena. Also want to point out we're going to be flanking him here soon with our next attack. That's going to leave a mark. This one's going to hurt a lot, actually. Oh, he killed one of my people outright. That's a rarity. You don't see that very often. And Restorative Tincture! So they think we're still missing somebody. Uh-oh. Okay, that wasn't too bad. Hang in there. Strike from the sides. Clear the status ailments, maybe? I don't know. Yeah, this is my later stream. Tomorrow and the next day it'll be 2 hours earlier than this, by the way. I try to do this just in case people from the US and Canada actually want to be able to show up to this stream. Because most of it, it's the end of the European people are able to watch and hang out and come chill on my stream most of the time. So I feel like I'm alienating myself from my own time zone and stuff, streaming as early as I do. So I figured I'd do one stream a little bit later than the other two. So there you have it. That's the reasoning. Rift Cleaver. That looked cool until you missed, buddy. Yeah, and I was going to finish right around 3 for you guys, but this is going just a little bit longer, so whenever this fight's over, that's going to be the end of the stream. Sorry to keep you up, man, but I'm glad you're here. Glad you decided to hang out and chill. And you definitely have some good recommendations there for myself and Kara. I mean, again, you might not like all of them. You might like just one, but I mean, even if it's just one game, it's always good to find one that you really, really enjoy. Like, I like to feel that that's a big reason why people were so receptive to Battle Brothers, is nobody really knew what it was. And then there started to be a little bit of buzz around it, and I was able to keep presenting it, and people got to see it, and it was out there. And I was one of the first people to cover it, so I feel like I brought Battle Brothers to a lot of people. That hurt a lot. And that's cool, and that's something I want to do. That's always one of the goals when I'm out doing the stuff that I do when I'm recording things and uploading videos, is to put eyes on, you know, whatever product it is. So the entertainment and making money and all that stuff is kind of secondary stuff. As always, I just wanted to be working with people in the video game industry. We actually have a skill called support. That's pretty neat. Well, this guy wasn't too impressive, but he's proving to be quite strong. We're gonna do some pretty good damage here with these guys, though. Should be near 20k.
Damn it!
Oh, he did low hit there. Maybe 15k? Oh, 13. I was expecting more out of the other guy. I'll give it all I got. I'm gonna have you bring them back. You give it all you got. Miracle's gonna super buff him. Yeah. This is gonna hurt. Oh, that was disappointing. We're hitting him with some good skills, too. That could have been 15k easily.
Get a load of that!
That might kill. Nope, almost, though. Boy, howdy, that's close. He is near death, though. Alright, our other crew should be back up and running here. Oh, no, I don't do it because the Colonel's... The Colonel didn't used to stream on Saturday. At least I didn't think he did. I thought he did like Tuesday, or maybe he did Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, or something like that. I don't know. But I just do it later because I figured people from the US and from Canada might want to show up to stream, and it's always like right when I know it's the weekend, but it's right when they get off work or whatever, or if they're on the West Coast, they can't do it at all. So just trying to spread the love a little bit. That's all. Keep your HP up. Give it all you've got, and hang in there for the love of Jiminy Cricket. Hang in there. Restore 2. Dragon's Tail's gonna leave a little bit of a mark, not too bad. Oh, it's too slow on that one. And restore 4.
Don't worry, I've got you.
Oh, going all the way to Arena's group. That's good. And then she's gonna revitalize 2, fully healing us. Very nice. That's a really big heal. But that's gonna last to the end of the game. Her heal should be able to fully heal us all the way through, which is nice. Paralyzed gas 3. What else we got? Oh, we paralyzed them too. I don't know what that does 100%. I know what it should do, but I'm pretty sure it doesn't do that. Alright, we learned another new skill. 20,000 damage. And Rush is going to finish him, I think. Good start. That was not very good. That was really, really bad. That was okay, and that was underwhelming. So nope. Arena's dead. Nope. Haggis is dead. Okay. I'm going to get our HP. I'm basically going to break away from him, so hopefully he only focuses one group after this. You have some recommendations as well. So many games, so little time, yeah.
I think I dropped off for a bit.
Oh yeah, Massive Chalice, I forgot about that one. Yeah, that one was pretty interesting. I played that all when it was a beta. I don't even know what's changed. Like, that was a full early access Let's Play. Because they actually had the end of the game already done when I played it in early access.
What's the deal? This ain't fun at all. It's cold. Cold. Damn it. Cold. Somebody do something.
The reasons oh, wait, please, I'm talking.
Sweet!
Little by
Oh, we just learned a Kala's Wrath.
Brilliant.
There's still plenty of power
Nimble Flash
left
Strike
in
3,
you.
Flash Arrow 2, Double Time 2, Nimble Cascade Strike and 2, Smash 3, Thunderclap 2. Holy heck, that was a lot of leveling up. We just got something called the Obsidian, which is not for me. Okay. Learn the new technique, Shards. I have no idea what that is, so yes, do that. Do that thing, whatever that is. Learn wards? Yes. Everybody knows from Dota 2, wards are amazing. Study hexes or continue? I want you to continue. Go ahead. Land drag. Just wait till these guys are done talking to me. Sure. Fiend meat. Now you want a meteorite too? Sharp homunculus horn? Okay. The reason I stream on Saturday, Sunday, Monday is because these are the 3 days I have off of work every week. So I can guarantee that I will be here unless some sort of family thing comes up, which if it does, I will actually let you guys know ahead of time. And that's another thing I'm going to start doing because it will probably bring more people from YouTube here and maybe make the stream grow a bit more, and that is I'll start doing the little video going, hey guys, I'm going to be streaming The Last Remnant tonight, blah, 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 blah. Come join me on twitch.tv/Bumpy McSquigums Gaming. See you there. Let's leave it at that, right? And I'll probably just do one for, I guess, Saturday at specific time and then the other 2 days. And it'd just be the same rehash of the same thing. Just keep uploading those and taking them down when it's over. Let you know that it's going to go live or whatever the case is. So I'll probably do that. It'll bring a few more people to actually show up, and you guys can have some more people to talk to and more stuff to get us somewhat sidetracked. Anyway, I'm going to stop the recording here, so goodbye, YouTube.